What's up, guys? Really quick stream here. I gotta catch this in the moment. I gotta show you guys something weird. I want to make sure. Share this out. I don't know if this will stay up, but I want to show you guys something weird. So, yesterday, in my Trump coverage, the assassination attempt, I talked about the importance of archiving things. Okay? Screenshots do not matter. Nothing really matters unless you have an archive link to prove it. I can fake a screenshot. I can fake a screenshot of a iPhone conversation, a private DM. Sorry, my ziti is in the background. I didn't even get a chance to eat it. I'm so dedicated to bringing you guys this information. All right, so my point is, he showed up in a BlackRock video. Yes, the BlackRock, right? Laura Loomer, I don't know if it originated from her. I know the guys in my Telegram chat has been spreading it around. I'm going to show you that, but look, what I also want to show you, there's something weird. BlackRock is like cleaning this up in live time, and it's fucking bizarre. So here's the clip. Now, what you'll notice here, Laura Loomer posted this clip. The ad was filmed. Give me 1 second. Let me take down the graphics. The ad was filmed at Bethel Park High School. Okay? Thomas Matthew Crooks, the 20-year-old shooter who tried assassinating Trump in Butler, Pennsylvania last night, was featured in a BlackRock ad in 2023. Okay? Now, this isn't the big deal. I'm going to show you the big deal in a moment, but just watch this. Let me make sure my sound is good.
My name is Brian DeLallo. I teach AP and Honors Economics in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Financial well-being to me is knowing that I can be free to do the things that I love to do. I hope when I retire someday, they say that guy made this place a special place to come to
right there, okay? That's
school.
That's the shooter. That's what they say, okay? Thomas Crooks, that's him right there. That's what they're saying. Perfect. We should be able to verify this, right, guys? That's simple enough. You just go to BlackRock's YouTube channel, right? I mean, it's a BlackRock video. No problem. So let's go ahead and navigate to BlackRock's YouTube channel, because we live in a fair and just world where crime, corruption, dark criminal underworld syndicates that believe in occult rituals and shit, you know, we don't live in that world. So surely that video is going to be on the BlackRock YouTube channel. The video is called Who We Impact. All right, so we're now on the BlackRock YouTube channel, but more specifically, we're on the playlist screen. If you go to the BlackRock YouTube channel, guys, I'll show you. Go to the BlackRock YouTube channel, okay? You'll see they have a bunch of videos. All right. And then if you scroll down the main video page, you'll see eventually the Who We Impact series starts. Right here, see? Who We Impact. Financial freedom for teachers, only 1K views. Who We Impact, financial. So they all have basically the same titles, but it's financial freedom for teachers, financial freedom for first responders. Okay, cool. Now, if you go to their playlist tab, guys, go to the playlist tab, and you'll find the Who We Impact playlist tab. See? Look, 13 videos. You see, guys? 13 videos. Click it. You click it, and what you see is there's not 13 videos. 8 videos are hidden. You see? 8 videos are hidden. So now we've got an issue. We've got an issue on our hands. Because now we have Laura Loomer and everyone, including ourselves, going online and making this post with this video that is now unsubstantiated. Someone's gonna, when you share this with somebody, they're going to be like, huh, prove it. And what are you gonna do? You're gonna show her what? Laura Loomer's post? Where's the link? How do I know that's a BlackRock video? It looks like a BlackRock video, but you can't prove it existed with just this, okay? So I had that moment I told you about yesterday, the same feeling I get when the Wayback Machine goes 404, as if we're about to lose everything that's ever been archived. Because now we have a problem on our hands, guys. We can't recover this video. It's not visible, okay? So who has the original video link? Well, now it's gone. It's hidden. Unless you saved the video link before BlackRock took it down or privated it, we're out of luck. Because we need the URL to search on Wayback Machine, right? Like to check this. If I want to search this on Wayback Machine, I'll show you. Might work, I don't know. See, it doesn't work. It doesn't always work, but let's see if this trick works. The embed trick. Nope, that didn't work either. Well, maybe it's because I need a better link. Hold on. Let me try and demonstrate. They're not all they don't all show up. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. I don't need to demonstrate it in that way, but you get my point. BlackRock is covering it up in a way for one reason or another. 8 videos are hidden, and the one with the shooter is one of them. How do we recover that? Well, I'll tell you. You visit the MemoryHold YouTube channel. I can't take credit for it, though. But we have it. We have the original video. Look. I can prove right here. This is it. I'm going to drop it in the chat. Bookmark this, guys, right now. As soon as I drop it in the chat, I need you to bookmark it. Okay? And I'm going live because I need to give you this. This is a perfect opportunity to provide the example of the importance of archiving everything. If you click that link, that will bring you to the original BlackRock YouTube video, Who We Impact Financial Freedom for Teachers, the one the shooter appeared in. How can I verify this? MemoryHold, you're looking at a blank screen. Right, I am. But check it. Look at the description. BlackRock is proud to help manage the retirement plan assets for roughly half of public school teachers in the U.S. We're committed to helping teachers like Brian. Teachers like Brian achieve financial well-being. Okay, let's go back to the playlist. Do any of these videos, remember, the exercise. Anyone mention Brian? No, none of these videos are the teacher, Brian. And that teacher is the same one that teaches at that school like an hour away at Bethel Park High School, where Thomas Crook went to school. So we can verify, at least in my opinion, I think that Wayback Machine link here, that, in other words, we can now verify confidently that this was on the BlackRock YouTube channel. But guys, the mystery has only just begun because 4chan is onto something interesting. Look at the comments. I want you to look carefully at the comments I'm about to show you, okay? This is apparently the comments on the BlackRock YouTube video. I'm going too fast. Maybe I've got the timeline fucked up here, but either way, I think it's an interesting exercise and a fun thing to do. Like, what the fuck is this, man? Who's watching this in 2467? Wait, I remember watching this video a long time ago. This channel changed a lot. Keep up the good work. A minute passes every 60 seconds in Africa. What the fuck? The simple answer to grandfather paradox is that your father was never the son of your grandpa. These types of videos make me feel intelligent AF. Why is it all about time travel and shit? 4 years ago, Einstein calculated time traveling. Now, Einstein was a socialist. I came from the year 3017. China just legalized YouTube. It's all about time travel. Time travel makes my head hurt. Dude. Second thought then, science rules. Second thought now, socialism rules. Imagine if you leave Earth at the age of 15 in a spaceship traveling at the speed of light and spend 5 years in space. When you get back on Earth, you'll be 20 years old, and all your friends who were 15 when you left will be 65. What the hell is this shit, man? It's all repeating, but check this. And by the way, the dust is far from settled. This might not end up being as mysterious as people let on, but I was thinking about the archiving conversation I had with you guys last night, and I just wanted to demonstrate in live time, like, if you really care about hoarding this type of information, securing this information for the future, moments like this should make you panic, because here we have, you know, I don't want to say something significant, but surely pretty synchronous and pretty interesting, this BlackRock coincidence. You want to secure that, right? Because again, we have to explain ourselves to those that come after us. They're going to want to know what the fuck we did to this place. And they're going to go searching, and everything's going to be useless. Screenshots are useless. if you don't have the receipt to prove where it came from. You know what I mean? That's all. So let me continue pulling this up here. Where am I? Okay, on 4chan, and I'll show you the thread after this. On 4chan, see, Loomer does good work. I don't really pay attention to her that much, but, you know, whatever. I don't have any strong thoughts on her. But it's like, I just want to say, and I'm not shitting on you. I'm just saying, like, they're receipts, but not really. You know what I mean? Like, I could just type that up in like, an image editing program and just share it like she did and say that it's real. Right? I mean, that's just text on a white screen. Where's the link? How do we know? There's nothing there. And I'm thinking like a critic. I'm thinking like somebody that would come at you hard in a conversation. You know, that one family member that's really resistant to the things you believe in, whether they're friendly about it or not. That one friend that constantly tries to tear down the things you say or believe. Right? These are the facts you got to have. Give me 1 sec. I'm a little scattered here. Give me 1 sec, guys. So we have a little interesting mystery on our hands. I don't know what these comments are about. But what I did find, somebody made the observation. Where the fuck is my own post? I can't find my own stuff, apparently. Look at this. Someone made the observation that those comments come from this video. Is time travel really possible? Now that would make sense because all the comments were about time travel. But it's from like 7 years ago. And look, it says second thought. Remember? That came up in the second thought then. See? Second thought then. Science rules. Second thought now. Socialism rules. And this is the channel name. Second thought. And look at the comments. They're the same as the BlackRock video. Imagine time traveling to the past to kill your great-grandfather. Then when you kill him, you realize you're adopted. Whoa, Second Thought used to be a science channel. No way. Me went back in time to kill Here, let me put a side-by-side for you guys. On the left is the comments from what's apparently the BlackRock video. See? On their channel. And on the right is the comments from this random Second Thought YouTube video from 7 years ago. Let's read the comments side by side. Now, they don't line up perfectly, but it's interesting. See, so there's the went back in time to kill my grandpa. I'm still alive comment on the BlackRock. Now let's Control F, search grandpa over here. There it is. Dragon Slayer Omega 7318. Dragon Slayer Omega 7318. This is the same comment, guys. So the question is, why did BlackRock feel the need to private their video that they shot at a school 1 hour away from the rally location in Butler, PA, that Trump would eventually have an assassination attempt on his life made by a shooter that went to the same school BlackRock filmed an advert for, and then they immediately feel compelled as to private that video, but not only private it, after that, a slew of comments about time travel end up time traveling themselves and ending up 7 years into the future and into a BlackRock video that is actively being obscured and scrubbed from BlackRock's channel and likely the internet. Am I crazy? Like, what am I missing, guys? Can you help me out here? At first, I was thinking, no, that doesn't even make sense. What the fuck? Here, let's go to the thread. I found it on 4chan. Hole in the Matrix. From the web archive of the BlackRock video showing shooter crooks from 1 month ago. The comments are older than the video itself, and they seem to keep generating. Thousands of them. Thousands and thousands. What is this? So my first thought is SEO keyword camouflage. If you flood a piece of content with SEO keywords, it gets lost in the noise depending on how you do it, right? So in other words, that's part of the reason why I think 4chan was flooded with the word pizza right at the beginning of the Podesta emails, but before we found the pizza emails, because it makes it a headache to go retroactively search for Pizzagate if a bunch of shills are writing about pizza and generating botnets to write pizza everywhere. So when you go to search pizza to get valuable information, you just get a bunch, like thousands of shill comments. But that doesn't even seem to fit what's going on here, though. Dead internet theory. It could just be like, looks like it's the wrong comment section, and it could be just that simple. You know, like could be just a glitch. But of course, like a glitch that I've never personally seen before, and I've seen a lot of archive.org, like archived YouTube videos. Of course, a glitch we've never seen before is generated in this incredibly coincidental video already. It could, this guy has a good theory. Someone re-added the video to YouTube, but it doesn't have the original comments. Oh, I see. That's not a theory. He's just saying someone re-uploaded the video. I don't know, guys. Maybe I'm thinking too deep into it. What do you think? What do you, let me check the comments. What are you guys thinking about all this? What's going on? I'm turned to you. I turn to you. Is it fishy, not fishy? Is that weird? Or am I crazy? It's got to be on the YouTube side. Yeah, it has to be, right? Because, you know, BlackRock, obviously, it makes sense that they would private it. I get it. It's just, you know, they want to avoid any, I don't know, flame stoking to any degree. They want to keep heat off of them anyway, just because they know they're hated by a lot of people. So I don't necessarily, not blame them, but I understand why they might private the video, but that doesn't explain the comments. So I agree, it has to be on YouTube's side there, because BlackRock purportedly wouldn't have control over flooding. And why would they? Why would they flood a video they just privated with bullshit comments? It doesn't make sense. What's up, Cosmic? Hey, Victoria. What's going on, guys? Thanks for hanging. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. That helps me a bunch. I haven't been as active recently the past year. I've got a book in the works and a website. I've been spending a lot of my time on there. So I just like to remind you all, I'm not sitting here being a lazy bones. It's not a glitch, says Mike. Okay. It reeks, indeed. It's not a glitch. It's not a glitch. It's still on Shred News. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what Shred News is. Are you saying the video is? Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, I know the video is. I just mean, like, we got to be careful. I'm not worried about saving the video. The video is always backed up. The videos are always backed up, which is good, right? And I know I'm playing hardball here. Like, I'm not the greatest at archiving shit either all the time. The video might be backed up, but like 10 years from now, if you were saying, hey, MemoryHold, you know, and you were talking about how crazy it was that the shooter appeared in that video, I'd be like, yeah, but like prove that's a BlackRock video. Prove it. You know, like, yeah, it certainly looks like one. It's got the same title, but I have no tether to confirm that it actually came from BlackRock, right? If you gave me a few $1,000s and I rented out cameras and things like that, it's a fairly basic video. I would be able to reconstruct that if you gave me like a good chunk of time. It's no Spielberg film. You know what I mean? Again, I'm playing hardball here. It's a reasonable assumption to make that, hey, yes, indeed, that is a BlackRock video. But me having these autiste tendencies, I just like to have the data there. Boom, boom, boom. There's no question. There's not even a shadow of a doubt. And the reason that's so important was I'm just like traumatized from all the shit we lost from the pizza related matter. All the pictures that were taken via screenshot, but they weren't backed up via archive. So now, you know, I can't even really use that as primary evidence saying, look at this. It could be the craziest, most blatant piece of evidence, but like anybody can fake it, you know, but I'm just trying to put myself in the mind of people that really come after us hard. And I feel like, you know, I would know anybody that's active in like not creating content, but aggregating and sharing it. You know, the hate comments, the messages, the challenges you get. And I'm the first one. I don't even ignore them, especially if they seem to be down with a good natured debate, like an actual discourse. You know, I'm not one to shy away from it. It's not my thing, but I like getting into the little scraps online. And I'd like to have this as my ammunition. Okay. Bulletproof, man. Fucking bulletproof. Umbrella Academy. Hey, what's that from again? Isn't that I don't remember. The show with the fucking, they're not superheroes, but they kind of are, and they time travel and shit. My Chemical Romance. How do you make sure the archived videos have information confirming its origins? I'm not sure what you mean, but I think what you mean, how do you make sure the archived videos have information concerning its confirming its origin? So what I mean, if I'm understanding you correctly, is when you go to my channel, for example, like, this is what a video looks like when you click on my channel, okay? And it's got a description and everything, okay? And obviously, this video, let's pretend someone sent this to you saying memory hold, instead of saying new 9/11 clip released or whatever. The title is Memory Hold Exposed, Memory Hold Says the N-word or something like that, you know, live on stream. And they just send you this. They say, oh my God, that's crazy. I can't believe it. Memory hold exposed. Memory hold exposed. Snapshot. Copy. Bring it to Twitter. We gotta hurry up, get to X. Expose memory hold live on fucking X. Get them. All right, they go to X. They post this. Okay. Now you got a screenshot. It says memory hold exposed. You said the gosh dang N-word live on stream. But there's nothing tying that screen cap to this video. Right? There's a URL that's tied to it right here. This URL. So my point is, no matter what's depicted in the image, it's got to have this URL tied to it, which you can still fake, but you can at least verify whether it's real by simply visiting the URL. And if it brings you, you know, to what's depicted in the screen cap, memory hold exposed, says the N-word on live stream, you know, then you know it's real. So I'm not sure if that's what you mean, but yeah, I mean, and when you archive things, you'll notice too that like it's not extremely thorough. Like, it's a lot of the time, you know, you can't watch the video. Okay, usually it doesn't archive the video. See, as you can see, the Wayback Machine does not have this video archived. But in this specific circumstance, we're not too concerned about that because we have the video itself, right? And I suppose you could still technically argue that, you know, it came from elsewhere. But I don't know. I just think with that two pieces of information, the argument's a lot stronger when you have the URL to back it up. And if you go to my Substack too, guys, check this out. There's a way to recover YouTube videos that I haven't seen discussed, and I'll reiterate this. If you go to, I'll give you the guys the URL in a second. MemoryHold.substack.com. I post all sorts of stuff there, but little extra stuff too. Like, where's the, I gotta search my own shit, man. There it is. How to watch deleted YouTube videos. If you go to that, okay. Sorry, this. Okay, this is my Substack, MemoryHold.substack.com. Okay. If you search for how to watch deleted YouTube videos, a new method, there are mechanisms, there are ways to possibly delete or view these deleted videos. And it has to do with manipulating the URL. So let's see if we can do it. I haven't actually tried it with this. I keep losing my... Just give me one sec. There. Alright, so the original... Can we watch it? Okay, here's the original YouTube link for the BlackRock video. Okay, now... I want you guys to look. Alright, if you see this part of it, the watch $V equals, if you remove that, now this doesn't always work, okay? But if you are researching old 9/11 blogs filled with YouTube links and all of them are deleted, you can at least try this, especially if you think the video is a particularly juicy one or includes like valuable evidence. Remove this clause, the watch $V equals. Replace it with embed and then a dash. Okay, so you're just replacing it, you're just swapping it out. Recopy. Okay, again, this isn't always going to work. So what you're doing is prompting the Wayback Machine to then look for a copy, I guess, of an embedded copy of it. Now, I don't think it works for this one. Let's see, we'll see. Okay, you see how it's displaying differently, guys? It's a black screen. Give it some time. Okay, see? All right, there it is. Doesn't work. What I'm saying, though, is it displays differently and you're able to view the video. Like, if you go to the Substack page and actually use the URL I put in, okay, we'll do this one as an exercise, I guess. Okay, here's the new one to demonstrate. Okay, you see, this is a deleted YouTube video. Remove the watch, $V equals. Replace it with embed. Recopy. Go to Wayback. Put it in. Okay, make your selection. Now again, you might have to cycle through which date to actually select. Okay, it might not work on the 2013 links or snapshots, but it might work for the 2014. And now look, it displays differently, and boom, there you go. What's up, baby? Let's get it. Let's get it. Like, share, and subscribe. We just recovered this beautiful link about Mossad and 9/11 back from the dead, resurrected. This video is saying, thank you, MemoryHold, thank you.
Sergeant Middle 75. About the plane. 10-5, the message about the plane. All city are to respect to Trinity and Liberty. All citywide task force units are to respond to the Liberty and Trinity place. 10-5, the message of the plane. Be advised, I'm through. Hospital, Federal. All citywide task force units. Trinity and Liberty will be mobilization point at this time. Who is the authority of? And find a message about the plane. Central, we need the bomb squad and ESU over King and 9414, hold up. Five the message about the remote control plane. Jason Torres on the air. Central, I got a message on that plane. It's a big truck with a mural painted of an airplane diving into New York City and exploding. I don't know what's in the truck. The truck is in between 6th and 7th on King Street. Alright, Central, I'll send you in the bus right there for Westgate.
Okay, so we just recovered that from the dead, and more people would know about that police scanner audio, that genuinely real police scanner audio from 9/11, literally talking about the mural van that depicts not just planes diving into New York City and exploding, but remote-controlled planes diving into New York City and exploding, and not to mention the fact they called in the bomb squad, apparently, and they even reported that the truck exploded, and you can hear them beating the hell out of whoever the passengers were, who, by the way, you can also hear the police report they got out of the truck and ran, and they just apprehended him and then beat the hell out of him. Now, I'm not going to comment on exactly what the implications there are. That's self-explanatory and probably has varying degrees of merit as you get further out from it. But that audio is real, and you wouldn't know it was real unless, like, you know, you could actually go to this video and say, oh, wow, that video's there, I can view it. But you can't, you see? That's a removed video, guys. That's a removed video. See? If you don't use the MemoryHold embed technique, okay, that's going to stay dead and buried. If you don't archive links and then learn how to recover them from the dead by subscribing to my Substack channel, you let Mossad win. And I think that's a real tragedy. I think that's a real tragedy if you let those little crafty, sneaky Pete's win, you know what I mean? Oh, man. Anyway. What a weekend, man. Here, let's head over to the news. I guess I'm streaming. I guess I won't eat my lunch. Thanks, guy. I'm just kidding. Let's take a look.
National convention set to kick off tomorrow, and former President Trump is now on his way there. ABC News political contributor, former Trump administration
He was out golfing this morning, wasn't he?
Assistant Secretary for Public Affairs at the Department of Homeland Security under President Biden, Marcia Espinosa. Sarah, you used to work for former President Trump. What was your reaction to what happened yesterday and the response?
Basic reaction list. It's the same reaction anybody would have to seeing a president almost lose his fucking head on live TV, HD 4K, his skull blown to fucking bits in front of the country. That's what they wanted. They wanted to blow his brain and his head apart in front of you as you watch, because Trump's the orange man bad, therefore I'm gonna just fucking in front of you. So similarly to how like a ton of people applauded your potential long winter of illness, suffering, and death, or whatever they said during COVID, and on the late night talk shows, let them die, let them drown on their own vomit, right? Just like that. Never forget, you know, what was planned here today, okay? And people were chewing me out, not a lot, just like a handful of people, because I made a post on Instagram that was just like the iconic photo of Trump, you know, raising his fist. And they're like, bro, dude, you see through everything, but you can't see that this is a psyop. And I'm like, yo, the information was just coming in. We need to lay the groundwork, fella. Hold your horses there, pal. Let's get a basic understanding, a consensus understanding, okay? And then pick it apart. You know what I'm saying? Let's hold your horses. I dig the enthusiasm, but that's just not that's not my style. Like, if you watch this video, you know, this channel long enough, like, I'll get there, okay? But we got to be very careful at the beginning, because I'll tell you what, like, there's nothing more shameful and embarrassing, and it happens, than being the person that, like, clings on to an early piece of information and puts their weight behind it, that literally within 2 hours in an evolving situation, rapidly evolving situation like last night, is proven wrong, okay? I don't like to be that guy, and you know what? I've made mistakes, but I've never had to come out and really clarify, hey guys, half my stream was spent on a totally false and bullshit lead that I could have avoided had I not just fallen for the idea that any info is solidified 30 minutes after a world leader almost was killed. That's ludicrous. That's crazy. So I take my time, and I still think it was a good stream. It was mostly for me a historical mile marker in history. It's nice to mark that. Okay. Anyway, people were thinking, bro, you know, they expected me to do some crazy analysis on it, when I'm like, man, it just happened. Plus, I gotta go see my friends. I gotta hang out. I gotta, you know, do things. You know, it's not my fault somebody tried to shoot him on a night I was busy. Okay. Anyway, I did find one coincidence that was kind of funny, and I don't want to like misconstrue anything, you know, but I just like a coincidence. For those of you that enjoy S.K. Bain's work, the occult, 9/11 symbolism, things like that, I put up my own analysis that basically it's basically a long summary of S.K. Bain's general occult decode of 9/11, but what I did differently here was it focuses on the tribute in light, because if you search for like 9/11 occult symbolism, maybe it's not your thing. That's my point of all of this rambling. It's not really my thing either. It's fun in the background, but on this channel I try and stick to like facts and stuff. But this was fun. This was like a fun exercise. If you guys dig it, it focused on the tribute instead. But my point about all that, right? I don't really get into that stuff that much, but I did find something really kind of interesting, because I do like me a fun coincidence. Let me just pull the archives here. But last night, what star was it? It's called Spica. Yeah, take a look at this, guys. A celestial event, a coincidental celestial event. Your boy likes them. On the same day Trump had his ear grazed by a bullet and was nearly assassinated, the moon passed in front of, or occulted, the star Spica. The name spica is from the Latin word for ear of grain. The general connotation is that spica refers to an ear of wheat. So I just thought that was fucking interesting. Guys, now go back and watch my video. Come on, who was in the stream last night when I told you guys jokingly to pull up the Latin longitude of Butler, PA and reverse engineer it and cross-reference it with constellations and star patterns? Bro, when I said that, I didn't know that this celestial event was going to happen. I had no idea. Oh, fuck, I'm just remembering this now. Dude, I guess I'm a psychic, man. I predicted the occult cabal's next move, even without knowing the lunar occultation of Spica was the same night. Spica being ear. The same night Trump gets shot in an ear. Hey, man. All right. Yo, someone put me in touch with that pastor, dude. Someone put me in touch with that psychic pastor. Hold on. Yeah. Anybody got... I know I got high-level connections through my viewers. Can you guys put me in touch with this guy?
New patriotism upon the nation, and it was being birthed, and it just kept spreading like fire all throughout America, all throughout. And I saw Trump
See, I'm exactly like this guy.
rising up, and then I saw an attempt on his life. This bullet flew by his ear, and it came so close to his head that it busted his eardrum. And I saw he fell to his knees during this time frame, and he started worshiping the Lord. He got radically born again during this time frame.
Praise the Lord.
People say he's saved now, but he becomes really on fire for Jesus, for what I saw coming.
On fire for Jesus? All right. Hold on. Let's see. It'd be if I can pull this up in like a decent amount of time without you guys getting bored. Maybe I'll dance for you in the meantime. Hold on. Let me go to my channel. I literally was fucking joking about it. I will say one revolutionary thing that I now have via GPT and shit, I'll show you, is I'm going to go through the transcript of my video. I don't know if it generated yet, but like... See, you have there it is, perfect. So I'm gonna just do Control F on my own video transcript and search constellation. Yeah, here it is. Help me algorithmically. Let's continue listening. This is the clip from last night, guys. Hold on, let me make sure you guys can see and hear. All right, this is the clip from last night. I think it's this one.
Drive north of Pittsburgh, and before we
can someone check the Latin long of Butler, PA, and the gematria value of the spelling of Butler, PA, and cross-reference that with the constellations? July 13th, 2024, Sagittarius, is it up there? Well, does it correspond? I was a little bit off, I guess. It wasn't Sagittarius. It was whatever the fucking Spica, and the occultation of Spica, which means ear. So I was a little bit off. My schizo helmet needs to a little bit recalibrated, I guess. A little bit recalibrated. That's okay. We can't all be perfect. I try my best, but, you know, there's just predictions out the ass, dude. It's crazy shit. Timeline merge, man. We came back to, I don't know, 2016 energy. But not really. It's like a weird energy. Yeah, man. Wait until you guys check the gematria value of my full name. I'm just kidding. I don't fucking know, dude. I don't even know what that is. Like I said, I don't get into it, but yo, I had so much fun when I was reading the Most Dangerous Book, S.K. Bain. Dude, there's a lot of mind blowers in there. And for those of you that support me on Patreon, it is available up there, but I do suggest you buy it. I purchased a copy myself, or rather it's in my shopping cart. I like to order like 2 or 3 at a time, you know? But, you know, obviously I'd always promote that you actually physically support the stuff you love, including this book. But of course, I didn't know what I was getting into at first. So I just wanted to see, and it was great, man. It was a great fucking read. I really liked the beginning, the prologue. Knock, knock. I'm not going to read it all here, but it's a interesting commentary on the general journey of the quote unquote conspiracy theorist. And, you know, you may not identify with all of it. I don't identify with all of it, but I like how they say conspiracy theorists are kind of like that. They have one foot in the world of mainstream history and culture, or what Robert Anton Wilson used to call consensus reality, right? What I have been saying in my last few videos, the shared set of facts that the world agrees on, whether they're entirely true or not, it doesn't matter. It does, but it doesn't matter collectively, because that is the consensus reality, okay? That's just what we believe, or the ground soil foundational understanding, okay? Look at any mainline historical narrative, that's what you can call it. 9/11 happened this way, okay? That's the consensus reality. We know it's not true, not entirely true, but the consensus reality is a bit detached from true reality. True reality only follows consensus reality, lags behind, in the same way that a lie travels the world before the truth can get its shoes on, or whatever, right? I don't know if you guys can hear my dog barking, but anyway, I don't know why I'm ranting about this book. Oh yeah, because, you know, as much as I joke around about the symbolism, the occult symbolism, more specifically like decoding the numerology behind tragic events like this, I'm always down to read about it. In fact, I do frequently. When there's threads up on Reddit, conspiracy, or like 4chan, I'll always go into, and it's so above like my knowledge base on such things, because like I said, I try my best to occupy like the verifiable aspects of the conspiratorial world, if that makes sense. I'm not afraid to go schizo mode and have some fun, okay? Like the Occult 9/11 Substack article and this. But, you know, in other words, when I make a tweet like this, you know, it's not very often. I'm a bit out of my depth when I comment on the occult stuff, so I leave that up to others. There's some really good people that know a lot about it. I don't know, it's a whole other layer of this, and I think the intro to the book kind of sums it up well. He basically says in the prologue here that, like, you start with, like, the government as the boogeyman, right? That's what every conspiracy begins with. It starts with distrust in some way. Some little weakness that's exposed that gets you thinking, hey, that's weird. I didn't know the media would lie, and it's just some random lie. Then you start looking at it and you find like all this new stuff. So the boogeyman is like the establishment at first for people, the government, the media, you know, whatever. And then they realize it's not really the government, it's like spies, statecraft, these sneaky Pete types. Like intertwined with government, no doubt, but strangely separate from them. Okay, that's like the next level you get to after the government. You realize, oh wait, it's not really the politicians at all. Oftentimes they don't actually know anything about this. The politicians aren't covering up vast PEDO rings or UFOs. They don't know shit. They're figureheads. Okay, you go to the spies, you go to the clandestine statecraft stuff. But then even then, you think that's the top. That's not the top. Then you begin to realize that those spies and the spy agencies are born out of Yale tier secret societies, Ivy Leaguers, literally formed from the depths, the OSS, out of Yale, Ivy League, elite trust fund baby types, right? Okay, and then you just take it further and you get to these elites, the money men, the bankers, the big finance. And then eventually, and that's the point of this prologue, and even I, as someone that tries to stick to the facts, even I can't argue with this. He says in the prologue, eventually, there's that other layer even above that just seems totally external to everything that we know, and it's the occult, right? It's where the symbolism and these weird synchronicities come into play, according to him. Okay? The deeper one delves into the conspiracy literature, the more one is struck by the tendency of some theorists to look beyond the documents and the tangible evidence of government malfeasance or political conspiracy to more transcendental sources of power. One begins with government agents, the spies, the politicians, the military, and soon gravitates towards the secret societies, the Freemasons, the Illuminati, among so many others. This involves studying their texts, their social structures, their stated goals, their secret conclaves, their antinomian beliefs and practices, one comes face to face with the occult. A strange journey indeed, from a presidential assassination to an interview with the devils. Yet, once one has made the leap from BU files and documents stamped with limbus and no form to grimoires and magical diaries, it all seems to hang together for a while. New sources of evidence becomes available, new testimony appears, weird cults are seen linked to secret government machinations. George Washington was a Freemason, so was Simon Bolivar and Gerald Ford. What does it all mean? It would take a 21st century Kabbalist to truly figure it out. So, cool book, man. I dabble with it every once in a while, but dude, I lost my shit when I saw this and I realized, yo, didn't I make a joke about something similar last night? Like I said, hook me up with that pastor. I'm predicting the future. I'm out here. Interesting stuff, man. Interesting stuff. Let me check the, I'll be monitoring this for the rest of the day. I unfortunately don't have like a ton of time right now, similar to last night. I do want to get things done, but don't go leaving yet, because I'm sure there's some things that I want to touch on that I'm just forgetting about right now. You know what I didn't catch? There was footage, but we found out, I guess we can later rest the theories of who the victims in the crowd were. Because
we see something that said,
for a while, this is like one of those clips where it's like when you see it, you can't unsee it, and I'm thankful that it wasn't what it looked like. But if you look at no, it's not that one. Hold on. Might be this one. Or is it this one?
Holden, if you want to really see something that said, take a look.
Yeah, this one. People were thinking the blonde woman was one of the victims. Like, it was pretty compelling there for a few hours last night. Take a look. You see that kid right here? He keeps looking up at this blonde woman here. Look at the way she drops when the shots fire.
Holden, if you want to really see something that said, take a look at what happened.
Like, that looks like she got shot in the fucking face, dude. I don't know. Is she among the wounded? They just confirmed today the victim was a man that I think was shot when he tried to shield his kids or his wife from gunfire. But yeah, she goes down like a... It reminds me of the Las Vegas shooting video. Purple Dress Girl, I think. Where it was when Stephen Paddock fired his first few rounds, the first couple, into like that tank to zero his scope or whatever, and then he lobbed a round into the crowd, caused the confusion for a few minutes before really opening up. There's footage of that girl. She just fucking, it goes down in the same way. So last night there was a lot of chatter about this video because we didn't have confirmation on who the victims were in the audience, or in general. There's obviously just a lot of fog, which is to be expected. So I just wanted to put that to rest, although that was mostly my own curiosity. I don't think I'd cover that in the last video, but no, I'll look into that later today, actually. Victoria, good call. Mark says, regarding archiving, you need to look up Arweave. Ever heard of it? No, what is that? I will say, I have an extension for my browsers that automatically archives web pages. That's been a huge help, because like I said, I know it's simple to archive pages, but like, I'll give you an example. Like, I'm reading this report. It's not going to work for the whole report, but it's one of the more recent RAND reports. And I'm putting this up in the MH library, hopefully soon as well, for those on Patreon. Emerging technology beyond 2035. So if you just wanted to archive these pages, click this. Maybe Arweave is what you're talking about, is like something similar to this. You see, so when I click it, it opens up an archive IS page and the corresponding link in the Wayback Machine, see? Okay, you click it, the tabs open up. Maybe you probably have something better though, because it's a fairly rudimentary tool I'm working with, you know? I do things the hard way before I ever find out that there's like way easier ways to do shit. Oh shit, that's cool. No, I have no idea about any of that, Mark. if you can, I don't know if you're on Instagram or X or something like that. If you want to, feel free to send me over some information about that. It sounds interesting because I am pretty enthusiastic about making sure things are archived correctly in that way. Because, like I said, that's the difference. If you go back, try and make sense of Pizzagate. Like, if I gave you the restriction of not using archive services and you tried to reconstruct and understand Pizzagate retroactively, it's impossible. That story would be lost to time. And I constantly go back to that example just because, number one, it's the main thing that I've done over the years, right, and contributed to. And I just use it as a representation of so many other controversial stories that have come and gone, but gave us evidence in that very short spurt of time. And it's a matter of capturing it before it streams past. You capture and verify what you can before we lose the opportunity, before the accounts are privated and deleted, before the picture is removed, before the, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's sick. Yeah, I want to look into that. I'll look into it further. It's pretty cool. Yeah, the crowd reaction did seem a little strange. I have to imagine, I don't even know what to think. It is kind of surreal, though, to see Trump pump his fist, but also manage to get the crowd to chant as well. Because you know somewhere in the bleachers, someone's bleeding out to death. So I wonder if the people saw her and were like, oh, fuck, I gotta chant because... You know, because I don't know where that person was that got hit. Were they on the ground? Were they in the bleachers? Because I have an image that shows blood in the bleachers. I don't know. I mean, I saved a bunch of unconfirmed stuff to look through later. You guys have probably seen this. I'm not saying I have like a major scoop here. It's posted on 4chan. Graphic warning. It's just blood, though. Meaning it's not like a body. Give me one sec. Remember to like, share, and subscribe, everybody. I really appreciate you. Yeah, here it is. So I was trying to rewatch the videos of the rally and like try and point these people out and look at them, because now this was, I imagine, taken, I don't even know. I can't imagine whatever's on that phone screen is like not gross. It's pretty gross. You know, so I don't know, was that person like laying there as the crowd chanted? You know, it's just a very weird situation. Oh yeah, you need the BlackRock link, Chad? Give me one second. Give me one sec. Okay, that should work. The original archive link to the BlackRock video with the shooter, I just dropped that in the chat again. And just remember, oh yeah, and Chad, the other thing is, dude, look at the comments. Yeah, because you would have missed that part too. Look at the comments of that video. It could be just a glitch, either on YouTube's side. It's got to be YouTube's side. Someone said that in the chat, and I agree with them. I don't know if it could be a wayback error wouldn't result in like lifting other YouTube comments from other totally separate videos, you know. Nice. Yeah, no problem, dude. I got you. But interesting stuff, guys. As you all know, I'll continue to monitor this behind the scenes. I'm trying to stay as active as possible. I do try my best, but things are busy. But I do want you to know, like I said, I got the book on the way. It's coming later this year. It's a complete reconstruction of the Pizzagate theory. Okay, Pizzagate power hierarchy. Literally just the whole document right now, it's like nearly 1,000 pages, which is bullshit. It's not going to be that long, okay? But like, I'm not bullshitting when I'm saying this is getting done. It's going to be the most thorough job reconstructing the theory, or at least a contender for the position, hopefully. You know, we got the website coming up as well. You know, so I'm working on all this on the back end because with my current work schedule, it's so demanding that like I'm not able to perform regularly or be there for the major breaking events, which is why I took the opportunity to talk about the Trump incident because I was available and I had the energy to do so. But you know, I just want you guys to know I'm still working on content actively for you guys, and it's not just bullshit. It's going to be high quality shit. That takes a very long time to put together, to craft, and whatever. And this is on top of the essays, the articles, and everything else I've been writing over on Substack for free. Some of them are paid, you know. So just go to my Linktree. That's the main thing. Bookmark that. I'm working hard to get cool information out to you guys, and I do appreciate your continued support. Glad Trump is okay. You know, not surprised to see all of this, and I will not be surprised to see any further information come out that sort of indicates some degree of like mysterious incompetence, very pervasive mysterious incompetence to the point where one might wonder how much of certain aspects or dimensions of things are orchestrated. I don't know, man. There's so many fucking synchronicities today. It's just crazy. Someone get me in touch with that pastor. Turns out your boy